This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening. I'm Sabrina Brown. Thank you for joining us. A local labor leader continuing the appeal for a union to be established at the Freeport container port. The campaign for a bargaining agent began many years ago, and while the apparent delay is frustrating for the activist, he says they will not give up. Italia Hall has the story.
Labor activist Lionel Morley has been lobbying for a union for employees of the Freeport container port for some time now, but to no avail. Morley and supporter Shane Carey say they believe the transshipment terminal is finally realizing that a union is inevitable, and they now claim that management is reportedly encouraging the formation of an in-house union. On Friday, Morley and a group of supporters led a demonstration in front of the Freeport container port to bring awareness to their struggle. The group claims that they have gained the support of some container port workers as well.
They're in there trying to intimidate, allowing openly a particular lady to campaign for an in-house union, something she vehemently opposed 3 months 2 weeks ago, where she told the workers, all right, she don't think a union at this time at container port is necessary.
We're asking for a raise in salary, a fair raise, like the rest of our brothers to the west. We are asking for security, retirement benefits, benefits for the people who are hurt, injured, compensation for people who died on the job. We are asking for all of these things. Is this unfair to ask for? The people in this country need to stand together and stand with us. Where are the rest of the leaders? Where are our human rights leaders this time of day? We need your help. We need your support.
Morley assures that his union will hear the cries of the employees and Bahamians must stand together as one.
We do not need to reinvent the wheel. There's many success stories that came out of the unions. There are many good stories. An in-house union have proved catastrophic in many cases, and it will prove equally same at container port. Their history is well documented, as I said. People have lost life with no representation. People have lost limbs. People have been terminated wrongfully. People 40-hour work weeks have been taken away with no form of representation.
Morley says they will not be discouraged but are moving forward with this matter.
We gotta go into Nassau next week, and we're going to be calling press conference all over the place. We're going to be calling them out. We're carrying these people with us. Okay, if we have to go into Parliament, we're going to do it. If we have to get in front of the registrar office, we're going to do it. And if we have to ask for our international ally not to put foot on this town, they have almost 68,000 members just 55 miles away from us.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Now, management at the container port didn't offer a comment on the claims, but we understand that the majority of those benefits are already offered to the staff. Reports say while staff members may now be interested in joining a union, they are leaning toward an established union affiliated with other companies in the industrial sector. Police now say yesterday's traffic fatality was in fact a homicide. Police initially thought 31-year-old Vernon Smith of Williamstown was killed in a traffic accident yesterday morning on Cresswell Road near the Church of Ascension in Lucaya. Smith's body was found around 7 o'clock outside a vehicle that had crashed into a pine tree. But police now say following further investigation and with the assistance of a pathologist, it was determined that Smith had suffered stab wounds to the upper chest. Police also tell us that an 18-year-old male of Caravel Beach is assisting them with their investigation into that matter. Meanwhile, police in Grand Bahama are investigating 3 separate stabbing incidents. The first incident occurred around 1 p.m. yesterday. A female of Russell Yard, 8 Mile Rock, reported that while at home, she was stabbed to the upper thigh and forearm by a man she knows. Around 6 yesterday evening, a man reported that while on Bass Lane, he was stabbed to the chest with an unknown object by a man he knows. He is said to be listed in guarded condition at the Rand Memorial Hospital. Around that same time, another stabbing was reported in the same area. A man told police that while on Bass Lane, he was involved in an altercation with 2 males, one known to him, when he was hit about the body several times with a cutlass. He was taken to hospital where his injuries are listed as serious. Police are also investigating an incident that occurred in the Coral Road area early this morning. Reports say officers were called to that area around 1 o'clock this morning, where they met a man who reported that he was beaten about the body by a group of men and robbed of cash, jewelry, and a cell phone. In other news, the Ministry of Tourism's Goombay Summer Festival was launched on Grand Bahama last night, with an exceptional turnout for the cultural show that attracted residents and visitors alike to the waterfront on Taino Beach. Kimberly Mullings reports.
Director General of the Ministry of Tourism, Joy Jubilee, attending Thursday's launch of this year's Goombay Summer Festival. Jubilee says she believes Goombay sets the tone for summer festivals throughout the country.
It's what I hold as the benchmark for every cultural event and festival. It was just so spectacular to see the amount of visitors who are out, who enjoy it, to see the Bahamians, families, young people, old people, the entertainment, the food. It's just a mega feast of culture.
Jubilee was pleased that the Summer Festival will be making its way down home this year to the capital of Grand Bahama.
Cultures in those settlements, whether it's 8 Mile Rock or West End, is so distinct, so unique. And I think the beauty of that is it provides a different experience.
Betty Bethel, Director of the Ministry of Tourism on Grand Bahama, says the festival is a hit among visitors. She says she is pleased with the positive reviews.
We have not spoken with any visitor so far who has had anything negative to say. I spoke with guests from California, from Connecticut, from Nashville, and they all talked about how wonderful the people are, how good the food is, and what an amazing time they're having.
Bethel notes that the amount of visitors who attended Goombay is a direct reflection of hotel occupancy.
The summer program is in effect, the 8 gateways out of the United States via Vacation Express. And, we put these events on so that the visitors can have a real cultural experience and give them a reason to come back, but also to have a means of sampling all of the culture and heritage components of the destination.
Both the Ministry of Tourism's director and local director share a common interest in the cultural festival.
What I think is very, very special about this is truly a cultural event that both our visitors and Bahamians get to enjoy. And to see other people enjoying our culture and everything that it offers as much as Bahamians, you can ask for more than that.
More than anything, I love to see people having a good time. Our guests as well as our Bahamians and residents. And everyone is happy, they're comfortable. It's a safe environment, it's on the beach, and I think it's a winning combination.
With such a positive turnout for the kickoff of Goombay 2015, it is the Ministry of Tourism's hope that the turnout is the same as they move west for Junkanoo Summer Festival 2015. I'm Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Kimberly. Grand Bahama is gaining a strong reputation in the international market as a destination of choice for religious tourism. This coming Sunday, the Progressive National Baptist Convention will stage a conference at First Baptist Church in Freeport. This is the first time the International Regional Meeting will take place on Grand Bahama. Host of the event is Reverend Dr. Keith Russell.
I'm very delighted that you are here, and we want you to come and share in that experience. It's going to be wonderful worship experiences, it's going to be wonderful preaching, wonderful fellowship, and we indeed want you to come and share with us. We are hoping to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 to 200 delegates coming from around the world, from our international region, and I know it's going to be a grand time. So we want to invite the entire Grand Bahama community to be a part of this experience. One of our very own, Reverend Dr. Timothy Stewart, is the first vice president now of Progressive National Baptist Convention, soon to be the president of this august body. So we are very, very proud of him and of the work that he's doing and the contribution he's making, not only in the Bahamas, but around the world.
Manager of Religious Tourism on Grand Bahama, Debbie Heiler, says the ministry is sanctioning this historic event, which will bring hundreds of visitors to the island.
We are optimistic about the birthing of this new relationship, and in a spirit of faith, will continue to execute a hospitable experience for the hundreds of attendees that will be traveling for this and any other conclaves. We look forward to the success of this event and are confident of a continued working relationship between the Progressive National Baptist Convention and the entire faith-based community on Grand Bahama Island.
The conference will begin on Sunday at 7 p.m. Day sessions are set for Monday and Tuesday at 10 a.m. Tourism Minister Obi Wilshcombe will address the conference on Monday evening. Stay with us. There's more news after this.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The social needs of the Grand Bahama community being met by a local church as they attempt to improve the lives of residents with special needs and underprivileged young people. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
A church which has become synonymous with giving has taken their Christian mission to the next level. Trailer loads of donated goods from hospital beds and health equipment, from clothing, shoes, books, and furniture to brand new appliances, are housed at a massive warehouse and soon will be distributed to fill the massive needs of the Grand Bahama community. Pastor of Jubilee Cathedral, Bishop Godfrey Williams.
We are so happy we have been sharing the blessings that God has sent our way. And now we are moving gradually out from the educational part of it, and now we are going into the homes, whereby we are impacting the homes. We are targeting different places right now. We are dealing with Columbus House for boys and girls. Those houses we are renovating. We're putting new furniture in them, new appliances, new beds, and you name it. We are really transforming the lives of those kids. They will be here on Saturday to choose whatever they want with regards to their clothing, their shoes, and their tennis, you name it. And so we are once again impacting this community when it comes to the gift of love.
Now, Bishop Williams admits that the church is merely the conduit through which his dynamic blessing flows. He credits the assistance of some special individuals who are helping to make the dreams of thousands of individuals become a reality. Diane Cacciatore and Karen Clark say they are elated.
Partnership in the U.S., who is basically responsible for this. I do not have the money, but I have the influence. I don't have the money yet, let's put it that way. But I have the influence in terms of they believe in me and they trust me in terms of what I've been doing here in Freeport and indeed the Bahamas. And as a result of this, they have been sowing these things in my life.
I love the hearts of the Bahamian people. I fell in love with them. I saw a very godly country in need, and if God positioned you to be the one to supply the need, I proudly took the job.
We have Sandy Bragg, who is designing the interior of the buildings, measuring to make sure what fits, so they're getting all new appliances, all new washer dryers, ovens, beds, any kind of furniture they need. So those young men and women that come home from school to Columbus House are coming to a home, not a slum. I know that's harsh, but that's what it is. So now they're going to be in unmoldy buildings, freshly painted, with good furniture and appliances that work. That's the goal.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
A young aspiring Grand Bahama musician getting the opportunity of a lifetime. 24-year-old Krayshawn Young, who has been interested in playing drums from he was just a year old, recently signed a contract with Pentek USA, a company that specializes in electric drums. Reverend Arnie Shipp, an international endorsed drummer with Pentek, says this contract is a big deal for Krayshawn that can take him around the world.
God laid Shawnee on my heart for a reason, because Shawnee has a heart of gold. He has a heart for ministry. He has a heart for doing for others and not expecting something in return. God showed me these things. So from the first day you were born, when God created you as a seed, He brought you here for today.
Reverend Shipp has been coming to Grand Bahama over the past several years with a gospel cruise and says when he met Krayshawn, it was a divine connection.
To be a representative of a USA handmade electric drum company is one of the biggest in the nation for the U.S. one of the leading drummer companies in percussion and electric drums. And I'm here today as a representative of my Savior Jesus Christ, but also Pentek, to present Shawnee as being the first Caribbean artist endorsed by Pentek.
Quality service is imperative for a local business establishment. Pizza Hut hosting a 4-day refresher course to keep staff members on the cutting edge in the service industry. Facilitator Kelly Burrows says the training focused on supervisors and line staff. He says the course focused on different aspects of service, including the importance of 2 key areas.
Consistency and standards has to be in place, and enforcement. Without that, then we lost. We put in place what the policies are, and fairness, being truthful and being honest with their supervisors, being respectful to their supervisors, and that's about. And also, I did the art of the table, and the training art.
Area coach of Freeport Restaurants, Joseph Heald, says that service was already good, but now he expects greatness. They are confident in the new level of service, and he notes that it will be put to the test during a new promotion.
Starting next week, we actually want to do a promotion for 1 month. We actually it's going to be service oriented for the dine-in. Any customer that comes in the door, within 30 minutes, you should be able to get 2 courses. Within 40 minutes, you should be able to get 3 courses. If you don't, then we're going to give something back to the customers. Actually, we're going to put up a jackpot. I wouldn't say how much it's going to be. It's going to be a few thousand. That the staff can either take the whole thing or they can discount it back to the customer.
It's time now for Ask the Doctor.
This is Ask the Doctor. Welcome. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Shivago asks, what is PMS? Does it really make a woman crazy? Shivago, thanks for such an honest question. PMS is the term we use to describe symptoms that may affect a woman after ovulation, which is the release of an egg from her ovary until her period begins. Premenstrual syndrome, or PMS, has a wide variety of symptoms, and it's estimated that as many as 3 out of every 4 menstruating women have experienced some form of PMS. Emotional and behavioral symptoms can include tension or anxiety, depressed mood, crying spells, mood swings and irritability or anger, appetite changes and food cravings, trouble falling asleep or insomnia, social withdrawal, or poor concentration. Physical signs and symptoms can include joint or muscle pain, headaches, fatigue, weight gain related to fluid retention, abdominal bloating, breast tenderness, acne flare-ups, and constipation and diarrhea. For some women, the physical pain and emotional stress are severe enough to affect their daily activities. The signs and symptoms generally disappear within 4 days of the start of the menstrual period for most women. If you have questions concerning your health, please email askthedrbahamas@gmail.com. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Join the West Grand Bahama District Council at the Pre-Independence Street Festival and Junkanoo Rush Out tonight in West End. Junkanoo groups to be featured will include the Platinum Knights, Swingers, New Life Classic Dancers, Kingdom Culture, and Western Star Titans, with a special performance by Toledo. Gates open at 7 p.m. Showtime is at 8 p.m. Don't go away. Sports is up next with Ricardo Lightborn.
Everybody, it's time for Sports and Ricardo Lightborn. Tonight, this one goes out to Sylvia Mortimer. You see, folks, Sylvia is on the market. Delano, you better call your mother, boy. She's gone over the top on this one. Well, the Grand Bahama Flag Football League had a special visitor and mission accomplished on the weekend. And guess what? Another sports tourism initiative for Grand Bahama and the Bahamas. Sounds good. The Grand Bahama Flag Football League completed its regular season and will start its playoffs on Sunday. The Grand Bahama season has been a good one, and on Sunday, the games were seen by Miami Dolphin legend Nat Moore. The NFL legend was impressed with the level of play and is formulating plans for a flag football tournament.
Our goal is to eventually next year, 2016, Memorial Day weekend, to have a flag festival event in the Bahamas. And we're looking at doing it at the National Stadium there in Nassau. You know, Dan Marino and friends will be back, and we hope to bring a lot of good football teams in here and let them play against the Bahamas best.
Now, when the tournament format and rules are crafted, it will have balance for the U.S. and Bahamian teams, according to Nat.
Part of my trip here is to find the rules that are being used here, look at the rules that are used in the U.S., and then come up with rules that benefit both clubs. You know, to ask any team to make that concession where they play by the other team's rules and only those rules makes it unfair for both operations. So my job as the promoter with the Miami Dolphins and Dan Marino and friends is to come up with a set of rules that allows everybody to come out and showcase their talent and see who's the best. And we hope to get that done.
The Grandmama Football League president Craig Smith says he welcomes the advent of the international tournament and those possibilities.
It should be more exposure to the both leagues, Nassau and Freeport, and we get Abaco on board now playing flag also, so it's like a good opportunity for other players to try to come out and, you know, something new to the Bahamas, you know, and to have not more here is like really a blessing because we're looking for the exposure.
And don't forget also that the flag football playoff starts this coming Sunday, 1 o'clock, GB Sports Complex. The Mitch Mortimer Memorial Golf Tournament was played at the Reef Golf Course. Despite some inclement weather, the turnout was pretty good. Talia Hall went out there to golf.
Michael Mitch Mortimer Memorial Charity Golf Tournament into its third year. Many turned out on Saturday at the Grand Lucayan Reef Golf Course to take part in the annual event. Sylvia Mortimer, the wife of the late Mitchell Mortimer, says all funds raised will go towards the Us True Cancer Society and the Junior Golf Program. She said the tournament is new, but its legacy will continue.
It's something new. So, you know, you have to get into it and work to go towards your success. You know, but so far things has been good. After he got sick with prostate cancer, they had a medical fundraising for him, a golf tournament. And just looking at the DVD afterwards, I decide, you know, I need to keep the name going. So I decide on the Mitchell Mortimer Memorial Golf Tournament.
The weather was a bit bleak, but that did not stop the golfers. They said they were happy to support their departed friend.
I think it's a testament to Mitch and what he was about, the promoting the advancement of golf amongst the juniors, and also working with us too for the time that he was able to do so.
I'm really happy that I participated because Mitchell Mortimer was an old friend. He was a pro at Lucayan Country Club. I played a lot of golf with him, and so I was very delighted to participate in the tournament today. And in fact, I had the pleasure of playing with his son as well.
It's Talia Hall, 7S Total Sports.
And the Ministry of Sports and Culture, their camp is going to be starting on Monday, folks. The camp will feature a variety of disciplines, and it's free for boys and girls, with a major emphasis placed on the girls especially. Coach Glassamoon McPhee says it's not about basketball, but it's all-encompassing.
Camp starts July 6th to August 6th, and we have camps on all of the outskirts of Grand Bahama, McLeanstown, 8 Mile Walk, West End, High Rock, and in Freeport. And we have all sports included.
The boys will play at the Jack Haywood Gym, and the girls are going to be at the St. George's Gym, and the intent here is to get that sports academy going.
You want them to play at least 4 to 5 games a day so they can improve their playing, because the whole year these guys in school, they are teaching fundamental. And everybody get tired of just listening, do this, do that, so we're going to let them do the talking by playing. The girls at St. George's, we want to develop the girls, and so we'll do more fundamentals at St. George's with the girls.
And the camp is going to be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday. It's all free for boys and girls. And on Monday, we'll tell you why the Softly camp has closed out and we'll be headed to Bimini. That's a look at your sports for this Friday.